All right, so today is part 2, adding and subtracting scientific notation. So, the thing about scientific notation when you're adding and subtracting is this. You have to have the same exponents to add and subtract. Unlike multiplying and dividing, we either added the exponents or subtracted the exponents. Today, you have to have the same exponent, and that's it. So your job is to figure out to get the same exponent and then add and subtract. But we're going to start simple. We're going to start with one that already has the same exponent. Okay? Yeah, but probably write this down as an example first. Write this down as an example. 4.56 times 10 to the 5th plus 2.31 times 10 to the 5th. So I already have 5s as exponents, so I don't need to even mess with them. Nothing needs to happen with my exponent. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4.56 plus 2.31. You should get 6.87. Some of this stuff is easy to do in your head, you guys. Sometimes it's easier to do stuff in your head than type it into a calculator. So now, all I do is do times 10 to the 5th. That's it. I'm done. I don't have to do any messing with my exponent. Yep, when you're adding and subtracting. This is for both. When you're adding and subtracting, you keep that exponent. Now, some of you are like, well, why don't I have to do anything? Well, let me show you why. 4.56 times 10 to the 5th looks like this. 1, 2, 11. I'll show you that next. Plus 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm at this is this, and this is that. And if I add them together, guess what I get? Which is half. Okay. Now the reason why you have to have the same exponents is because it wouldn't. I guess I'll show you in the next one. It'll be easier to see in the next one. Okay, so here are 2 with different exponents. Okay, so a few things you probably want to write down. First, you probably want to write this down. Rewrite so they are the same exponent. Then you're going to add and subtract the numbers, not the exponents. And then you need to rewrite in scientific notation. This is for adding and subtracting. It's for both. This is for both. Yep. And then the one thing you must write down in your notebook, because you're always going to refer back to this, are these 2 things. Your arrows. Okay, so if I look at this, you want me to wait a second? I'll wait a second, sorry. Getting excited. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't need to. But sometimes it's nice because you'll forget to line up the decimals. And if you forget to line up the decimals, you're going to be in trouble. All right, so I have 5.97 times 10 to the 6th plus 7.35 times 10 to the 5th. I have to have the same exponent. So I have to change one of these. I need to either change this one to be a 5 or this one to be a 6. It's easier to change the smaller one to be bigger. To me, it's always easier. So if I want to change this to a 6, what do I have to do with this decimal? Nope.
Move it to the right.
To
the left.
Okay, now this is where you use the arrows. If you move it to the left, what happens to your exponent? It gets bigger. So what am I going to do with this? I'm going to move it this way 1 spot. If I move it 1 spot, then this goes up 1. So now it's going to be 0.735 times 10 to the 6th. And I'm just going to keep this one the same. Oops. This is going to be 5.97 times 10 to the 6th. So this one doesn't change. The top one didn't change, but I changed the bottom one to have the same exponent. Now, it does not matter. So this is an incorrect scientific notation. That's okay, because look at what my last one says. Rewrite incorrect scientific notation. So we'll do that with our answer. Okay? So now, what you're going to do is you're going to add these 2 things together. plus 0.735, and you're going to end up with 6 point something. 6.705 times 10 to the 6th power. That's it. That's the answer. Now, if I would have changed that 6 to a 5, watch if I change that 6 to a 5, what's going to happen. Okay? Let's see. You can do it any way you want. So I'm... Okay, because watch. Because watch. Let's say this one. How many spaces is it going to take me to get to my answer? 5, right? 3, 4, 5. If I move it over, now how many spaces is it going to take me to get to my answer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why if I move it to the left, that exponent's going to get 1 bigger. Sure, let's do this one. Okay. Yep. Let's talk about, what if I change that 6 to a 5 now? Okay. So this time I'm going to have to change it to the 1 to the right. So it'll be 59.7 times 10 to the 5th. And this one would be 7.35 times 10 to the 5th. Now go ahead and do that for me. Add these two together. 59.7 and 7.35. Times 10 to the 5th. Okay. But what do I have to do? I got to rewrite it, right? To make it between 1 and 9.9. To do that, I'm going to move my decimal this way, which equals 6.705 times 10 to the 6th. So it does not matter which way you go. Yeah, I feel that way sometimes. And you know what? It's not always going to turn out like that. You might have to rewrite it at the end, no matter which one you do. But I always think making it bigger is always easier. I don't know why. Now, do you guys understand why I have to make that exponent the same? Because if I would write these out in number form, let's write these out in number form, shall we? So this one is 6 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many zeros is that? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And this one is 7.35. And then to the 3 zeros. Okay, so the reason why you have to change those exponents is because if I was really adding these, what numbers are you really adding together? I mean, it's these, right? That's why you have to shift it, because if you don't, and you just add those, are those the right numbers that you're going to add together? So that's why you have to shift it. It's because you want to add the right numbers together that needs to be written in the right place value. Does that guys make sense to you guys? Like why we have to shift it? Okay. Sorta? That's okay. Yep. Make sure you have this in your notebook. This is going to be a lifesaver for you. So make sure you have those arrows and what each one means. All right, let's do this one. No, we can do it together. We'll do this one together again, and I'll let you do one by yourself. So 1.02 times 10 to the 26 minus 4.87 times 10 to the 24. So, what do you want to do? Change the 24 to the 26? Okay. And to do that, you have to move your decimal 2 places to the left, right? 2 places to the left this time. So 1, 2, so 0.0487 times 10 to the 26. Remember, we're minusing this time. 1.02 times 10 to the 26. You're subtracting. Remember, you got to look at your sign here. So it looks like this. Everybody on the same page here? Okay, but why can't I have this again? I got it between 1 and 9.9, right? And that's not between 1 and 9.9, so I need to make it this. Oh. Yep. And this is going to be to the 25th. Yep. Does everybody understand how I get 25? Yep, I got to take off one. Yep, same thing. Yeah, this is it. We are. Adding and subtracting are the same things. They're the same rules. Unlike multiplying and dividing, we have... Subtract. All right, try one yourself. Now here, I don't care if you'd rather write them so they're on top of each other, kind of what we've been doing, that's fine. If you'd rather do it that way, go for it. I don't care. Mm-mm. Hmm? Not today. Now with adding it to track. So I'm guessing most of you changed that 3 to a 4. So then you had 0.545 times 10 to the 4th. Nope. If you'd always rather make it so your little one goes to be bigger, that's fine. Yep, doesn't matter. So then, I don't know, you probably, oh goodness, it would have been 3.665. 665 times 10 to the 4th. That's the easy one, you didn't even have to rewrite it. Alright, try that one. Try that one. What do you got to do with that 46.5? Make it into scientific notation, and then you can go ahead and do what you need to do. Yeah, you should have. Should have been 4.65 times 10 to the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you have to rewrite this one in the end, or it come out good? Came out really good? Nice. Anybody ready to tell me what you got? Larissa? You guys agree? I think so. This is it today. This is it. This is it. To me, it is harder because you have to move that decimal at the beginning. That's right, because you know what? And that one you learned how to move your decimal. The first one you did. On Monday you did, or whatever day it is. Friday you did. So